you are watching this channel. Join me on a journey to uncover the mysteries of the human past. And today we are going to look at how early humans created the world's oldest known tools. And now back to our story. The idea that early humans lived in caves, hunted wild animals, and used rudimentary stone tools is so ingrained in popular culture that it seems almost cliché. But the truth is that these ancient people were incredibly resourceful and innovative. Now let's imagine a scenario. You find yourself in a world without metal, plastic, or even readily available wood. Your survival instincts kick in, and you start looking for materials that you could use to create tools. What do you have at your disposal? Rocks, sticks, and vines. If you're like most of us, your first thought might be to grab a rock and try to smash things with it. But have you ever tried hitting two stones together? It's not as easy as it sounds. In order to shape a rock into a tool, you need to know which rocks are suitable for the task. Not every rock type can be knapped or chipped into a useful shape. Fortunately, many rocks like chert, obsidian, quartzite, and others with low levels of silica can be easily chipped into flakes. But the process of creating a sharp edge on a stone tool is far from straightforward. Early humans had to learn which rocks were suitable for tool making, which striking techniques worked best, and how to take advantage of the material's natural properties. And just as importantly, they had to figure out what to do with the flakes once they were created. If you've never tried knapping a rock before, it might seem like a simple concept. All you need is a hard stone, a sharp rock, and a piece of suitable material to chip off a flake. But there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. The angle at which you strike the rock, the force of the blow, and even the shape of the striking rock all play a crucial role in determining whether the flake breaks off cleanly or simply splinters and crumbles. It takes a lot of practice and skill to become proficient at knapping, and each tool requires a slightly different technique. For instance, a hammerstone used for crushing might have a rounded striking surface, while a smaller, sharper rock might be used as a chisel. Early humans didn't just stumble upon these techniques by accident. They experimented with different materials and techniques, learning from their successes and failures until they developed the skills needed to create sharp, durable tools. And they weren't done there. Once they had mastered the art of knapping, they moved on to shaping and refining their tools, often spending hours carefully working away at a single piece of stone. These tools weren't just simple hammers or chisels. They were incredibly diverse, ranging from small knives to larger tools used for chopping and scraping. But why go through all this effort? What made our ancestors spend so much time and energy creating these tools? The answer lies in the benefits they provided. Sharp stone tools allowed early humans to cut and process materials that were previously out of reach, such as the woody vines that were so important to their survival. These tools also helped them exploit new food sources, like the tubers that grew beneath the ground. Imagine trying to dig up these valuable food sources with bare hands or even with wooden tools. It would have been a nearly impossible task. But with sharp stone tools, it became much easier. This newfound ability to access new resources transformed the way our ancestors lived, providing them with the means to build better shelters, develop new hunting techniques, and ultimately thrive in a world full of challenges. The creation of the world's oldest known tools was a pivotal moment in human history. It marked the beginning of a new era in which humans could truly begin to shape their environment and carve out their place in the world. The ingenuity and determination of our ancestors as they experimented with new materials and techniques never ceased to amaze me. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the human past, I am constantly reminded of the incredible abilities of our ancestors and the lengths they went to in order to survive and thrive. But how did they manage to craft these incredibly precise tools with such primitive technology? As archaeologists pieced together the origins of stone tools, they uncovered an astonishing reality. Our ancestors hadn't just stumbled upon the techniques needed to create these tools by accident. They had actually developed them intentionally over a period of thousands of years. It wasn't enough for them to simply chip a rock into a sharp edge and call it a day. They wanted to create tools that were not only sharp, but also durable and efficient. To achieve this level of precision, they had to learn how to control the process of knapping, carefully selecting the right rocks, and striking them in just the right way to create the perfect tool. But they didn't stop there. Once they had mastered the art of knapping, they went even further, developing techniques to shape and refine their tools. They learned how to create tools that were not only sharp, but also comfortable to grip and easy to use. This level of sophistication is truly mind-boggling when you consider the fact that these tools were being created tens of thousands of years before the invention of the wheel. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about early humans' quest for better tools is the sheer tenacity they displayed in the face of challenges. They didn't give up when they encountered materials that were difficult to work with or when they faced setbacks in their attempts to create new and better tools. Instead, they persisted, learning from their mistakes and adapting their techniques until they achieved the level of mastery that we marvel at today. What makes the story of early human tool-making even more remarkable is the fact that these tools weren't just used for basic tasks like hunting and gathering. They were incredibly diverse, ranging from small knives to larger tools used for chopping and scraping. They were used for everything from processing plants to creating works of art. The creation of these tools allowed early humans to adapt to a wide variety of environments and to exploit a wide range of resources. In short, they were essential to the survival and prosperity of our ancestors. So why does any of this matter to us today? Why should we care about the tools that were used by our ancestors tens of thousands of years ago? The answer is simple. By understanding the tools that our ancestors used, we gain a deeper appreciation for their ingenuity and resourcefulness. We get to see how they solved the challenges they faced and how they created a better life for themselves despite the limitations they were up against. We also learn about ourselves in the process. By studying the evolution of technology, we gain insights into the human mind and the incredible things that we are capable of. Ultimately, the story of early human tool-making is a reminder of the power of the human spirit. It shows us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, we can innovate, adapt, and thrive. Speaking of thriving, I hope you are enjoying this content. If you are, please consider subscribing to stay up to date on all our latest content. And now back to our story. But one question still remains. How did they manage to craft these incredibly precise tools with such primitive technology? To answer this, we must delve deep into the archaeological evidence and explore the innovative techniques that our ancestors employed. Through careful analysis of ancient tool-making sites, archaeologists have uncovered a wealth of information about the process of creating stone tools in the earliest days of humanity. One of the most fascinating discoveries has been the realization that early humans did not rely on chance or luck to create these tools. Instead, they had developed a systematic approach to tool-making that involved a series of deliberate and carefully planned steps. First, they had to choose the right rocks. Not all rocks are suitable for making tools. Early humans learned that certain types of stone were more durable and easier to work with than others. They developed a keen eye for identifying the best materials and would often travel long distances to find the highest quality rocks for their tools. Once they had found a suitable rock, the next step was to knap it. This is the process of chipping away at the stone to create sharp edges and smooth surfaces. Early humans did not use machines or fancy equipment to knap stones. They developed techniques that relied on the strength and precision of the human hand and arm. They would hold the rock firmly in place with one hand and then use a hammerstone or another sharp rock to chip away at it. This required a great deal of skill and precision, and early humans spent countless hours practicing and perfecting their knapping techniques. The entire process of creating a single stone tool could take several hours or even days. But early humans were not content with simply creating crude or utilitarian tools. They wanted their tools to be beautiful as well as functional. This led them to develop some of the most sophisticated tools ever seen before. They created tools with intricate patterns and designs that were not only pleasing to the eye, but also served a practical purpose. For example, they created tools with serrated edges for cutting plants or with pointed tips for digging up tubers. Overall, the archaeological evidence paints a picture of early humans as highly skilled and creative toolmakers. They were not simply using tools to survive, they were creating works of art. Their tools were not just functional, they were beautiful. Their ability to create such sophisticated tools with such primitive technology is truly remarkable. And it serves as a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of our ancestors. In conclusion, the earliest known tools are a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of our ancestors. Through trial and error, they discovered the techniques needed to knap and shape stones into tools that were not only sharp, but also durable and efficient. These tools allowed them to adapt to a wide range of environments and to exploit a wide variety of resources, ultimately contributing to their survival and prosperity. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the human past, we can marvel at the incredible abilities of our ancestors and the lengths they went to in order to survive and thrive. Thank you for joining me on this journey to uncover the mysteries of the human past. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to stay up to date on all our latest content. Until next time, keep asking questions, keep exploring, and keep learning. Who knows what incredible discoveries await us in the future?